Hello my friends. I want to go over an update of how everything is going with the van, and I have some pretty cool clips or a clip and some pictures of how they got the van moved into their work building. Okay, I thought it was pretty cool how they did it. So one man was driving it like accelerating but very gently. They've done this like thousands of times before as they were spotting. Two guys were spotting the van with a floor jack. Okay, so anyways, that's how they got it inside the building to work on it. All right, so here is those clips. Okay, all right, I think it's a clip. Sorry, I'm trying to put this together in a hurry. That's how they're bringing it in. How incredible. Ah, so they're actually, he's slowly driving it while they're spotting it. Pretty cool. They're my guys. They're helping me out. They said they've done this a lot. Pretty cool. And they're slowly going up a hill. Boy, he's good on just watching that pedal. He's helping it with the engine and driving it. If they're spotting and going up a hill, this takes skill. Pretty cool. All right, so they have been wonderful. They just, the whole crew there took very good care of me at this repair place, and I am happy with them all. You know, and I didn't film a lot of everything. They did take me back there. They did show me some stuff, and they had to replace, they did both sides, but the broken side obviously, you know, I got to see everything and I got involved in what was going on. And so they replaced the ball joints, upper, lower. There's like a A-frame thing that is connected underneath there, the tie rods, or the, you know, the rod between the two sides and stuff like that. So anyways, I am very happy with what they have done, and so that is the important thing. I didn't film because I'm low drama. I don't know how to tell this to everybody, and I am who I am, and my channel is kind of represents a reflection of me, and so I'm just not drama. I don't do drama. I've been through a lot in my life. I'm going to tell a story about that in another video, why I am the way I am, because I've been through a lot. And so the more things you go through, I mean, and I always define bad things or horrible things, and when you go through a lot of horrible things, you really learn to tell the difference between a bad thing and a horrible thing. So what happened to me was a bad thing, but is it a horrible thing? No. I mean, now if I was on the freeway and that happened, and you know, and I had a bad accident, or you know, that would have been a horrible thing, or maybe a different location, or but because of where it happened, all I can do is just be thankful. That's just who I am. I look at the situation, and all I could do is look at all the positive about it, the good about it. Sure, I wish it didn't happen, but it did. So then I go to the next frame of mind is, wow, you know, look at what I'm so thankful about, you know. So that thankfulness takes over, you know, because nothing so horrible happened from it, you know. And so that's just who I am. And I don't know, I seem to have lost some subscribers from this situation, and which blows me away. I mean, I don't know, maybe it wasn't enough drama, or I don't know. But that's okay too, because I'm sharing my journey, and I'm sharing my journey how I look at it, not how you look at it or anybody else looks at it. This is how I look at my journey, okay? And so so anyways, I didn't get into a lot of them because I didn't want them to be criticized. I didn't want them to be, oh no, they shouldn't be doing it this way or that way. I'm just not into that. So the end result is they got it back together. I'm happy with it. The price was great. So with everything together was just barely a couple $100 more, including the shackle, everything front, everything was just a couple $100 more than what Midas was going to charge me. And I have nothing against Midas, you know, because, you know, they have their guarantees and all that. Well, they guarantee their work too. And so, you know, I just got that personal care I was looking for. And their bill didn't even include that A-frame thing that was needing to be replaced. Kind of like an arm in there that kind of looked like an A shape. So anyways, I'm very happy, and I do need new shocks, so that's coming up. Monday they're going to order me new shocks, and then and I'll decide on what's the best and the price that I want to, sorry, I'm at a park, Milo's going to be barking, and then they'll get me back in and get shocks going, okay? Then there's another thing I want to talk to you about. Sorry, I'm at a park and there's a child crying. Hold on. Okay, what I want to do is before I get to the next subject, is I want to show you the after. Okay, so I have a little clip on the tire all back together, and I'm really happy about it. So here's that clip. And also, I went in for tires, okay? And I went back to Discount Tires, and so here's me driving in and about to get my tires, so getting it all, my baby all back together here, okay? Okay, there's the van, and it's all fixed and all better, and I'm very happy about it. Yay! Oh my gosh, yay, I'm so happy, and it drives amazing. We'll talk about that. All right, I'm back here at Discount Tires, and I'm going to try this again. I need to get new tires because of the shackle problem that I had. And so it chewed up my tires, and I need to get new ones, basically on the inside wall of the dually, and then that outer tire, it kind of chewed up the thread from the bouncing and the being uneven, and I actually do need the shocks. So between all of that being out together is why I need now new tires. All right, in that last clip I meant tread, not thread. Anyways, yeah, so I am so excited about everything getting all put back together. But one of the things I really want to talk about is, you know, I don't know previously the care of the van. But all I know is from this point on, obviously the more things get updated and changed, and you know, and again, I am at a 93,000 mileage, so things are going to go out the closer you get to 100,000. Some major things. Once the, you know, they're like the bones. It's replaced. You got another good rig for another 100,000 miles. I had people freaking out, going, "Oh my gosh, you know, it's just gonna." You know, like, or nickel dime me to death or whatever. But again, there is, you know, core things that will go wrong at this time of mileage, so it's expected. And And that's why I actually talked my friend Sam into lowering the price for the rig. And because into consideration that the mileage and even when I got it and where I was going with it in mileage, so he did do that for me. So he was a blessing to me in that way, and knowing that I was going to need solar as well. So that's why it's okay. I mean, everybody needs to breathe, you know, because you don't know my whole footsteps. You don't know where I came from and where I am today and what Sam did for me, you know. Yeah, he took a big chunk lower off, I mean big, on this van for me. So I'm okay. And anyways, one of the things that, you know, I know some people are not understanding or comprehending my journey of trying to get that clunking fixed, and that is the truth. I don't know how to say it any other way than I tried to get help. I have videos about the clunking. I have subscribers that knew about it from the beginning of my journey, and as I went into Arizona, I'm trying to get answers for the clunking. I went to my which isn't going to be my mechanic anymore, went several times about the clunking. Les swabbed my alignment twice, and I brought up the clunking. When I first came back from Texas, when I picked it up, its steering wasn't right, and of course the clunking got worse. And you know, nobody was picking up on this. Then it got really bad when I was like in Utah, trying to get answers. I even showed them the video. I showed them, you know, or I even told them. I don't know how much more I could have led them by the hand to the wheel. And some of my subscribers are saying, ball joints, tie rods, you know. He said, no, it's probably just your springs or your, you know, your, I'm sorry, I just drew a blank. The shocks, you know. I don't know what else to say. 2 months later, my wheel falls off, you know. That's what we're dealing with today in today's world of mechanics. I watched a mechanic. I took a Camping World. I was just being lazy. I know how to put air in my tires, but I had him to put air in the tires, and he put air in the outer tire, and he walked to the front tire, and I said, excuse me, are you not going to put air in the inner tire? And he grumbled, oh, it's a lot of work, and you know, I'm going, yeah, but I'm paying you for this, and I know how to do it, I just don't want to do it. And you know, and he wasn't going to put air in the inner tire. You know, it's crazy. I know another friend of mine that marks his tires when he goes and has the rotation, because he caught them not rotating his tires. So he marks them now. So, or former friend, I should say. So, you know, we have to be on top of these things. I'm sorry, but that's what we're dealing with today. Hold on a second, because I'm at the park. So again, I am, you know, learning that we have to, man or woman, and I'm sorry if I offended anybody in my other video by just saying a gender woman, but I mean everybody out there, we have to know what's going on with our rigs and what they're doing to our rigs, and unfortunately that's the way it is. And I can even tell you horror stories about doctors that I've been through, that we're our best advocate with doctors. I've been misdiagnosed 4 times, but anyways, that's another story in the future. Okay, so anyways, I don't know the past about the van. I don't know how well it's been taken care of. I don't know, you know, what they've done to it, but all I know is now that I've got this all redone, it's up to me now to make sure that things are done. Now some vehicles in the ball joints, and also in other fitting areas where there's a connector, some of them it's requiring you to grease or lube them. Some people call it lube, sometimes it's grease, but there's a lube gun or grease gun. Sometimes it requires you to do it. Some of them don't, okay, they're just completely sealed. But if there is a nipple in there and you do want to get under there, you do want to look at your vehicle and you want to know whether your vehicle is requiring you to to lube it yourself, or whoever does your oil changes. So check that out. The ones I have now do require, and I forgot to ask them if the ones previously, which I will do that on Monday and I'll let you know later, but the ones now do require you know, it to be lubed continuously, and it has a little area, a nipple area that you connect your lube gun to it, and to squirt your grease in there. Also with the tie rods or anywhere there's a bushing, okay? So I'm gonna actually put a clip to a guy that I found that was showing or demonstrating how to do that for those that might want to know or see it, okay? And so make sure you look under your rig. You know whether you need to have that done. When you have your oil changes, have that done, or at least recommendation is 5,000 to 10,000 miles, okay? Sorry, every 5,000 miles. So in a 10,000 mile year, so this should be done twice, or depending on when you do your oil changes or how you're driving is. If you do a lot of highway driving or street driving, will vary obviously when you do your oil changes or your grease or your lubing, whatever you, some people call it grease, you know, greasing them or lubing them. So when you Google that, that's what you're going to find. I actually call it lubing, but anyway, so we all need to be up on that, and I will be on it now because now it's brand new and it should get me another 100,000 miles if I take care of it now, okay? And also I'll get my new shocks, and so everything will have good strong bones, okay? I call it. All right, so anyways, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like, oh my gosh, you know, she's got to get rid of the van. These are typical things that can happen as a vehicle gets up there in age, okay? So yeah, it's just the misfortune was it not being caught by mechanics when I tried, okay? All right, so with that in mind, I love you all, and everything's doing great. I'm happy. It's all coming together, and I will see you all in the next video.